Sorry. All right, you're good.
All right. Wait, hang on. Let me take care of my trash here. Okay. Holy frick. This note page I have is long. Let's see. We bought a boat. We wanted to see if the harbors had anyone who'd be willing to do a crew. We told Glim. We were trying to get keys back.
He was like LMAO who?
Hang on. I had a conversation with a couple people.
What?
About the compass.
Well, we found about.
Let's see. We find out about the mists of the track. Let's see. Here's where it gets important.
Ghost people.
I gotta wake everybody up. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I heard a Discord noise tunnel.
Hello?
There he is.
I've been here. I was just about to say, yeah, we were trying to get that compass.
Yeah. So, go wake everyone up. Urgus has a new hammer. We go back to Glem. He has important news. He thinks he found an artifact capable of navigating the mists. Bad news, the artifact is in possession of the Waterdeep treasury. Glem suggests we do not go via the Underdark. Urgus agrees. Let's see. Annihilus offers to steal the artifact himself. Glem decides to explain that the artifact summons a ghostly crew for the ship, so we're definitely going to go get that. Urgus not very stealthy, so we agree he will go to prepare the ship while we try to steal the artifact. Glem suggests scouting the city and points of entry and making sure we have our getaway boat ready immediately. We agree we will go forward with the plan, and we end. So we are preparing to go steal this artifact that will help us navigate the trackless sea.
Okay. So
and also summons a ghostly crew.
Yes, that's a very good recap. Thank you.
That's pretty garbage, but yeah.
It helps me remember all the stuff that went on, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. Glad I could be everyone's shoot, what's the word I'm looking for? Scribe. yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
I'm sorry, Lincoln.
So let's see, where do we want to start up? We can either start up with y'all still in conversation with Glenn, or would y'all have,
Glem?
Glam?
Yes, GLEM!
Are you kidding me? That's what I said.
How dare you insult my friend?
That's what I said.
You said Glenn!
Fuck Glenn. He let keys get stolen.
Alright, anyway, we were talking to Glem. He suggested we scout the city. Urgus is gonna go prepare the boat.
Yeah. So we'll say you guys, like, I don't even remember when it was, but we'll say, you spend the day doing stuff and you rest, and so it's a new day.
So hold on, I do have one question. Because I think when Kyle said that maybe he's not that stealthy and he shouldn't go, he was thinking that he would have some studying and stuff to do, but now he's done, right?
Yes.
Well, my notes say...
Well,
hang on.
But also, I don't imagine that Urgus would be of much use in a heist situation.
You're still stealthy, as long as you don't wear your armor.
So here's exactly...
That's a huge qualifier.
Here's exactly what I wrote in my notes. Annihilus offers to steal the artifact himself, then Glem decides to explain that the artifact summons a ghostly crew for a ship, so we're def getting that, lol. Urgus not very stealthy, so we agree he'll go prepare the ship while we try to steal this thing.
Yeah, I think we all remember that, but I was just making sure that Kyle didn't say that because he thought he'd be busy and now he might miss out on a whole session of stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're definitely right. It was predicated on that. But also, I still have tons of fucking homework in 15 hours of grad school, so I can just
like a fun type of homework.
Keep working on that shit. I am more than happy to... I honestly think in character that Urgus would never go in a heist ever.
I feel like
Okay,
that's
cool.
right up Mikey's alley.
Oh God.
I feel like anything that isn't normal is up Mikey's alley.
I will
I feel like-
say,
Define normal.
this heist could not go quiet all the way. So
I
I
mean-
mean, I would
Yeah, but
plan
we-
on
We
We
could keep
do
him as
need-
our
I mean-
backup guy.
Well, here's the thing. If the heist goes poorly, we're
You're
gonna
missing
need
manpower.
to.
You
We're
need
gonna
a
need
getaway
to.
driver,
Well,
right?
Okay,
yes, but
I'm-
we're also gonna need to skedaddle.
Okay, what if Annihilus pitches that he can send up like a smoke signal to Urgus if we get in trouble? Maybe
I'm
Urgus can kind of stay outside.
So
I
Urgus
think
will
we should have a
suggest
boat.
that I can prep the boat and have. I guess we're gonna have a ghost crew, so we don't need a crew. But like I can go.
Well,
I can go make sure that we have a ship ready, and then have like. I don't know if a carriage would be the best way to get out, but like have
Let's get
some
more
way to get through
information.
the city, and I can wait like outside so that if you do need help, I can bring some cavalry in, literally or figuratively.
Where is the artifact?
in the Waterdeep Treasury.
Where is the Waterdeep treasury?
Come on.
Great
now.
question.
So, quick question. So, let's just say right now all of y'all are outside. New morning, y'all are talking about this. If that sounds good.
We should probably be
Yeah,
inside
I'm
talking
down.
about this. In the safe house. I mentioned, like, that's in character. We should go inside if we're going to talk about this.
I agree. We should be out of sight, out of mind.
So, where do y'all head?
Inside the nearest of
pres-
the
pres-
The safe
Presumably the safe place that Glem has.
Okay.
house. Our safe
So-
space.
You head back to the new Harborside quarters. And inside, you find Glem like going through some paperwork and stuff. And do you?
Is there any ale there?
Yeah, there's ale. There's food.
I'm
Couldn't ale.
beelining it, pouring myself a tankard of ale.
I asked for one. Wait, can you pour me one too?
I am IRL doing so.
I don't even respond. I just start pouring up a new one.
And Glem sees y'all walk in. He's like, "Glad to see you here." So, have y'all decided on anything for this heist, or
We
we should
decided.
probably do planning today?
Yeah, we decided we're gonna go for it, and Urgus will prepare the ship. However, if this all goes south, we would like his, abilities, in the ensuing aftermath. So we're thinking of devising some sort of signal system that Annihilus could use to signal to him from the docks, so that he could come to us if need be. But otherwise, yes, we're gonna have him go prepare the ship while we try and do this heist. So if you have any ideas.
My
Well,
thought is also that we need a way for you guys to get from wherever the vault is to the docks quickly if
Yeah.
if it gets hot. So my idea is I can help prep a route, so that like maybe hire a mercenary or two and have them stationed just in case.
We're talking about robbing a
Ooh,
bank.
that could be-
and
that's a
we
good
don't know where
idea.
the bank is. Glenn, where's this
uh,
artifact?
so here's the information I've gathered. So it's somewhere in Castle Waterdeep. I'm assuming down in the dungeons, but I'm not too sure. And he kind of like lays out this this map of what kind of Castle Waterdeep looks like. And I can you see it on the?
No.
One second. Let me
Not
see.
yet.
I can give y'all a map in a minute if you want the actual layout. But he has a full layout of all the rooms.
Cool, cool.
At least the first floor of Castle Waterdeep.
Yeah,
He's like, I managed to
That'd
get
be good
this,
to have.
but I don't have anything for the dungeons. But presumably it's down there. But a couple. So is anyone here familiar with magical items
Yo.
and artifacts? So
What?
What's the plan of escape for the ship if we can't get attuned to this item for the crew?
Why?
So how are we gonna escape if we steal this artifact and we can't get a crew from it?
It's a good point.
That is a good point.
Julia, she might help.
What?
What?
It's a person who runs a tome shop. It's fine. She built like the past 2 magical items for me, so I'm sure.
I want to shoot a look over to like everyone else, Urgus and Lightfoot, like with a confused Mikey makes friends. Like,
Is there like an island or a city that we could stop at in between so that we could maybe crew a ship for the interim period and then drop them off and pick up new a new mode of transport?
See.
I mean, I think I probably saved up enough to pay a skeleton crew, like a small number that can get us at least out of here, and then till we can actually have a real skeleton crew.
I agree. Between the two of us, we should certainly have enough to be able to hire a crew for at least a short travel.
Yeah, I do have to admit that I did spend most of my money already on the boat, but yeah,
On what?
on the ship.
The boat.
Oh, that's right. We already have one. Okay. I have not.
Yeah, so I think we'll probably be able to man somewhat of a crew.
I still have 8,500 gold burning a hole in my pocket.
God.
So what? Oh, okay. So we have a schematic for this place. Do we know what this artifact looks like?
It's believed to be some type of orb.
Orb.
Yeah, like maybe like a
I think we know what an orb is.
yeah.
About how big?
Is there
Do
what,
we have
what's
any
the,
connections on the inside, or like any idea about guard routines or changes or anything like that? Or are we just planning to wing it?
Not really. I do know one thing though. There is a jail in the underground area, so perhaps if someone gets arrested, they could get a good view of the castle and see what's down there.
I am going to
How
turn my head
smile like
instantly to Mikey.
Yeah, we all do it.
But,
Yep.
but that's not something that's required. I mean, there's other ways, but
I look
that is
at
a way.
the still pre-existent shackles that like is on my arm. I guess shackle that is on my arm, and just like, nah, I could. I've been.
Okay, wait. It's been a long time. Why do you have the shackle on your arm again?
I did not remember this either.
This is
Yeah,
not
I don't-
something that happened. Yeah. No,
Oh.
this would not be. This is backstory stuff.
Gotcha.
Sick.
Nobody's really
I-
happy about it. I've never really described it before. This is the first you're hearing of it. Anyways, yeah. What I mean, so there's a jail near there.
Yeah, down in the dungeons.
Dope.
I don't know.
and
I feel like right
another
next to the prison would be a strange place to store valuable artifacts.
We could also do
Just
some
like-
searching in the sewers. Perhaps there's an entry
Oh.
point there. But
I kind of like the humorous effect of Mikey getting arrested.
I feel like I could just walk in.
So, I look at Annihilus and I say, as much as I love that idea as well for the same reason, I will play devil's advocate and say that does add to our operation the side quest of breaking Mikey out of jail.
breaking
Fair
me
enough.
out of jail. Can I then take the shackle and literally break it, like open, and then put it back on my arm? Why would you need to break me out of jail?
Okay. It does add the extra element to our quest of Mikey causing a loud scene and getting everyone in the city on us.
That's not a quest.
I'd like to pronounce that distraction.
You know what's a great
I'd like
way
to
get
pronounce it
arrested? Is to
difficulty
just
getting
walk
out.
in and try and steal shit. Like, that's exactly how, like, we could get arrested for doing that. This is not a side quest.
I would like to mention that I also have information that the vault, wherever it is in the dungeons, will be heavily guarded, so I'm not sure what we're going to want to do for that.
Like, how heavy of guarded?
I don't know. My sources say heavily guarded, though.
I mean, I doubt they would have, like, 10 people in front of a vault just, like, chilling.
It sounds like we should
I
probably
mean-
not prepare to. We should probably not even hope to make it out quietly.
Yeah.
We can do this quiet. We'll just have to take some precautions.
I mean, what
Such
kind of
as-
precautions?
We definitely won't be able to talk down there, so perhaps there's a way we could speak telepathically.
God, if only we had Darwin.
And I don't know if there's any spell scrolls we could buy.
Whew,
That's
you got
something we
spell
could
scroll
consider.
money?
We
Because
can-
I don't.
I do. Julia.
And maybe
I mean, I don't know. I quietness is one thing. Overcoming 10 guards without causing any suspicion or noise is another thing.
I mean,
I
there's nowhere
think
to
it's
drown 'em,
overly
but I got
ambitious.
that. I can.
so. Well, what's the plan?
We don't even.
Can I
feel like-
grab Glem and walk over to the side with him and ask him a question privately?
Yes,
I'll
you
follow
can.
them.
I see Mikey following him and don't let him come
gonna
hear
do
our
that.
conversation.
You
This will
continue
be
to
quick,
follow
Jacob.
Mikey.
How does he do that?
I-
Do you start like walking
Really,
further away?
really.
Yeah.
I tell you not. I want to have a private conversation.
I want to be a part of it. Why? What do you have to tell him that you can't tell us?
Can I pull an orange out of my pocket and throw it across the room?
I would,
I don't know, do you have
would
an
give
orange?
you a look of unamusement.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Can I please just have a private conversation for God's sakes? Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
I guess in the interim, I'll turn to Annihilus and say, it really doesn't sound like we have enough information to create a plan.
Yeah, maybe we just wing it.
Yeah, I feel like we just need to create enough backup contingency plans that we can be able to pivot no matter what happens.
Annihilus agrees.
I'm
Annihilus
trying-
also asks, only halfway in character, are you watching the game tonight?
I am not. They got rid of our. Well, so my roommates are watching it in the other room, which is also the primary
Okay,
reason
so-
that Urga's voice is gone.
I'm disappointed, Mikey.
So maybe this. I mean, it would really only work, I think, as an escape plan, but it would be possible for us to all immediately escape with Glem's little teleportation stick. The catch is it's gonna take a couple thousand gold to charge it up.
It sounds kind of dumb for all of us to go for a heist. It seems like one person should go in and do that.
Okay, well, Annihilus volunteered to, like, last session a month ago, and we agreed that we would all do it, so I don't...
This is one of those rare moments that isn't so rare.
You
And we have to realize that Jacob probably didn't prepare this for one person.
I mean, you can
I
go
agree.
as one person. I will say though that people not going.
All
will
I
miss
know
out
is...
on a lot.
Yeah, all I know is before this, Jacob was laughing at himself and saying, this is gonna be a fun session, so...
That's meta.
I don't know
Like,
if this is the
legit,
best
both of
thing
those
for...
things are meta.
It will be
and
nice,
neither
it will be
of us
nice.
are supposed to know that.
Every session's a fun session, so
No, I think the more information that Urgus is gathering about this, the less it sounds like a heist, and the more it sounds like a smash and grab.
Yeah,
So
that's how it
I
sounds to me because we
probably
don't
should be
know
involved.
anything.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
While you guys were over in the corner talking, Annihilus and I agreed that we just don't have enough information to create a coherent plan. So we need
Yeah.
to make enough backup plans that we can't be left out in the cold.
Yeah, I agree, and I look at Glem and I say, I thought your people were supposed to be like all over the whole spy and secret stuff in the city, and you don't know where anything is.
We've dropped in members in the recent past.
Yeah.
We're a small organization now.
The Harpers.
Okay.
Locally or continent wide?
The Harpers.
The Harpers.
Right. So you're saying the Harpers continent wide are small now, or just locally?
They lost Keys, and that was a pretty big one.
Continent wide. Yeah.
That was their biggest member, Keys.
Yeah, Keys was the leader. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so
Did you get any useful stuff from Glem about any potions, like going to Mikey's person and getting potions of invisibility or something like that? Because that would really help.
actually, you do give me a good idea. My sponsor was an alchemist, so we might be able to get some kind of useful potions.
I think given that Mikey volunteered, both of you should try.
I think the best way to, like, in the past, the best way is just to, like, do it and act like you belong. Like, just
You know,
Okay,
wait. That's actually maybe not a bad idea.
Whenever I said it, was it like, did it hit everybody's ear like, oh, that is a bad idea, and then you had to clarify that it wasn't a bad idea? It's not a bad idea.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
What?
What does that even mean?
I didn't understand that in real life.
Anyways,
No, I'm saying
Imagine.
what if we take that concept and like get appropriate costumes or something, or find the right occasion and walk into the castle like we belong there.
imagine you're a guard guarding a vault, presumably underground, and a monkey just starts walking through the halls, picking bugs off the ground, eating them. You call out, "Hey, monkey!" He's just like, "Whoop, eh." And then we go from there.
Different idea. How about we procure some guard uniforms and do a little changing of the guard at the vault?
You're then gonna have
Points
to
out that
pass
it's
a-
unlikely
you're gonna have to sell
that.
that.
there is such a diverse group of guards anywhere, as a monkey, a dwarf, an elf, and a human.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Intelligence, intelligence
This is
is my
Waterdeep.
dump stat, so
It's
Why
true.
don't-
However, we were the 4 finalists of the giant tournament that just happened. You don't think
No.
any of them are going to
also
notice us?
true. Also true. Well, okay, wait. But what if that gives us an opportunity to enter the castle?
Why don't I just
That's
do that
not a bad idea.
to gather intel? Why don't I just do, whatever, like, try and get into the castle, try and get down into the jail, or, like, around the vault, just to gather intel. If it doesn't work, I'm pretty fucking fast, and I can just skedaddle out there.
I mean, we all know how fast I am.
I
You
think,
wanna do it?
we're never going to have a better chance than when they're off guard.
They're not gonna leave it unguarded.
Yeah, I feel like the
Yeah,
vault
I-
is going to be one of those things that's
Well,
always guarded.
yeah, but as soon as we raise any cause for concern, they're going to double, if not triple, the number of guards around there.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm saying.
So okay, look. So I think there are multiple. We have multiple different ideas for getting into the castle in some way. Some sort of, hosted function for the tournament finalists, perhaps, if we could manage to like finagle that with the right people. We could do a whole arrest situation. I don't
Just
want
ask
to.
Glenn if we have any allies on the council. who could pull a string or two for us to help get us in there with some sort of a reasonable alibi?
No, not really. Seems like the council doesn't like the Harpers.
I mean, what if we Ocean's 11 this and we did the sneak in and Mikey's plan at the same time? That way he doesn't ruin our surprise because we can get him caught for something else to get into the jail. And if he does see it, he can send a signal and we can get there faster.
Like, y'all
Yeah,
remember when we
so-
stole that belt and they started sending things after me?
Yeah, and we
I just
almost
started
died.
running laps on them. Like that
So,
was a
okay, well,
perfect
so that
distraction.
raises a good point. The time we stole the belt and had to immediately teleport out of there brings us back to the point of we're going to need a couple thousand gold to charge up the teleporting stick if we want to go
didn't-
that route.
I didn't need to teleport out of there, but I mean, I tried to fight the thing, and that was after the belt. But
I don't want to be meta or anything, but Colin suggested a pretty good plan.
It was a pretty decent plan.
I didn't hear it.
He typed it. It's like the we dress up as guards and pretend to take you in as a prisoner shtick.
Go get some guard uniforms then. I don't know. Where are you gonna do that? Do I need to strangle some
Does
guards?
Glim know where?
I mean,
Does
I'm
Glim know where
glad.
the furthest
I'm sure
guards are?
Glim could get us some guards.
Because we can just take them out if they're far away.
Further, wait. Does Glum know what?
Like, are there any guards with the same uniform that guard something like at the city gates or outside the city gates or patrol something else so that we can take them out? Doesn't make a big stink here.
So Glum, and he's like, Glum responds to like, so the guards have a separate uniform. Perhaps we don't even need to take one. Perhaps we can use magic instead. I don't know if any of you are skilled with that, but
I was
We could-
actually just looking. Yeah.
we could probably modify some guard uniforms from one of the outer walls. However, they are a bit different. Or yeah, we just need a uniform from the castle guard.
You mentioned something about the sewers earlier. Is that like a significant lead or?
I'm unsure, but I've heard. I know the sewers go underground, and they have to travel everywhere in the city. So I'm assuming there's some entrance, into Waterdeep through that at least. It surely would be guarded though. So
The sewers? Wait, that's where we find the guard uniforms then. In the sewers.
What?
The sewers are guarded?
that is correct.
Why the frick are the sewers guarded?
That's where
It's
we
an entrance to
find...
Waterdeep.
Alright, so
Why
let's
wouldn't
go.
they have it guarded?
Because
they're
it's where
sewers.
pee pee poo poo comes out all day.
That sounds like an
Hey,
awful
Jacob,
job.
check roll 20 real quick.
You're in the next minute and a half.
Wait, I think you do. As long as you have to prepare it, or you can change which ones you have prepared every
Yeah.
day, but you can
My-
choose. Yeah.
So I now have access to level 5 spells. So I proposed to the party that I could potentially cast Mislead and create a body double of myself and try to use that to divert the guards once we get past the entrance. Because at some point the charade will break. But maybe that could give us a chance to divert the guards down the wrong way and give us a window to get into the vault proper.
I ask Urgus if he can cast that spell on others.
Wait, can you cast that spell?
So it says Mislead, a 5th level illusion spell. Oh no, Bard or Wizard. What the I put only cleric spells and then it didn't show me only cleric spells. Never
Well,
mind.
now.
I know. I
Urgus-
was just curious. I was like, am I missing?
Okay, never mind.
Same. I was like, what?
Okay.
Disregard. Remove
Rip.
the last 20 seconds from your memory.
Well, given the
Done.
circumstances, I don't know, the Mikey distraction might be okay. See, the problem with that, though, is I feel like once a stink gets raised at the castle, guards from all over the city would be rushing toward the castle and make escaping a lot harder.
I agree.
The fake prisoner idea is fun. The sewer sounds miserable, but gotta do what you gotta do.
What if Fergus, while he's prepping the ships, creates a distraction at the docks? What if he burns some ships down? That
Yeah,
would
that's
keep the
not
city
a
watch
bad
from being.
idea.
That's an idea, certainly. It would keep the city watch occupied, but we'd still face
Right,
the
so that-
same. Yeah.
At least the backups can't show up, which is what you're worried about.
Yeah, that's fair. Hang on, let me write that down. Annihilus.
I'm under the impression that as long as we get in there and then take out the guards quietly, we will have enough time to get to the boat and make our escape. That
So
requires us to get into the castle without weapons. And so, yeah.
oh shoot, they do take your weapons. Well, that's not really a problem for me personally,
That's not really
but
a problem for me either.
I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna do.
yeah. So Mikey and I definitely pose the best chance as far as like
We can
defending
get out the
ourselves. Yeah.
I mean, I
from
can Hawkeye
outside.
up from a high
Yeah,
vantage point.
Mikey can bash people's heads in. I can run. So, as far as being in the guts of the castle, I think the two of us stand the best chance.
I agree.
Oh, shoot. And then, Annihilus, do you still have, like, bomb arrows?
Yes, I do.
I very much think that it is a good idea that we hire some mercenaries to help cover our retreat out of the city.
I like that plan as well.
This turns to Glem and asks if he has any contacts that he trusts that wouldn't turn us in.
I have a couple, maybe 2 or 3. Is that enough, or are we looking for more?
What's their names?
2 is better than none.
Can I write them down on a sheet of paper and then keep that sheet of paper on me while I'm in the castle? So if we get caught, No, I'm just kidding.
So do you actually want their names?
No, I don't care.
So I looked up how much mercenaries cost, and it's kind of a lot. I mean, I don't know how much Jacob would say they cost, but maybe it's not really a lot for Argus, to be honest. An estimate of like a mercenary with only like a 1/4 challenge rating would be 4 gold pieces per day.
That's nothing.
Well, we only need them for the one day.
What we need to consider is, like,
Let's get
remember
100.
the harshness of the punishments enacted here in Waterdeep. And so basically whoever we hire can never come back to this city.
Yeah.
Hire some prisoners or some convicts. I don't know.
I guess we could stage a prison break.
Holy shit!
We could get Mikey in and
Bring
break
Mikey.
up the ranks of the prisoners.
See, okay, wait. The only thing that makes that idea difficult for me is Mikey. What? Ooh, wait, hang on. Okay, so I was gonna say we would need some time for Mikey to like be in prison and build up a rapport with the prisoners, but we're tournament finalists.
That's true.
So assuming the prisoners know anything about the tournament, they'll know who one of us are if one of us was to enter the prison. And they're also confident in our fighting prowess. So a prison break might be a little more feasible.
I'm a monkey.
They're likely to be embittered towards the council and the city anyways. So
Yeah.
if you go in, you can tell them that you got arrested.
Doing some
You're
goon
free to
shit.
weave some sort of conspiracy, and I imagine that they'll be likely to believe it.
Threw poop at one of the guards.
Okay,
Jesus, I knew it was important at some point.
Out of character. Annihilus, you won the tournament, right?
Correct.
Okay, and Mikey, you were the semifinalist. Okay. So yeah, So, okay, wait. So, question for the DM:
Alright,
would
just
the
club
prisoners
everything
know
like that.
literally anything about the proceedings of the tournament?
Question for the DM. Are you kidding me? Are you praying to me? Maybe.
I'm gonna hit the
Maybe.
right button.
I mean,
Dude, we could-
yeah, probably. I mean,
We could
probably
totally
heard
make
a
Glenn.
rumor from the guards
Okay.
or like small.
Yeah, that's fair.
If
There's
we're worried
also-
about
there's
this, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
If we're worried about this, we could full Ocean's 11, see if Glim will let us like dress him up like kind of like a thug, get him to get arrested, and then he can sow seeds of like to the other prisoners about Mikey.
See, but that could take a while, though.
I don't know. Maybe he just like when they get in there, he's
No,
like, "Oh
I'm-
my god,
I'm
you know who that
saying
is?"
if we break out prisoners, they're more than like likely going to want to help us because we just fucking broke them out for no reason.
I mean, yeah, that solves like the having to hire a bunch of mercenaries problem.
Oh, I agree.
All Mikey has to
Especially-
do
hey.
is get into the prison and beat up the strongest guy there.
Especially
And
if we slip them some gold or something, you know? Like, I feel like they'd be definitely down to help us get to the docks.
That also could solve our problem with staffing our ship, because we could at least have extra hands.
So I will be the first one to kind of be a Debbie Downer here and say I don't know how I feel about having a ship completely staffed by broken free prisoners, but that's just me.
Very true.
That's problem for tomorrow.
especially
my
since
hand.
the whole point of staging the prison break is to get an artifact that will staff us a ghost crew.
Oh, that's even
Again, true. But
I mean,
But the prison break could be a good distraction.
if we're trying to get out under duress, it's unlikely that we'll have time to attune to the magic item.
Yeah. Also, one thing to keep in mind, the prison block is supposedly quite close to the vault. So yes, it would be good in that the prison break could draw off the vault guards, but upon stealing from the vault, we would also be right next to the prison riot, where all the guards are. So
It sounds like we almost need to have two teams going in at the same time. The
Yeah.
prison break needs to happen, and as soon as it starts happening, we need to have another crew slip in.
yeah, I'll go back to the idea of turning a person or two invisible. I liked that idea, and I think my sponsor guy could help.
Say we get a guard outfit for Lightfoot. We go in there. I don't want. What I fear is that the more people like of our party that we have in there, and then like we get caught, and then we go to prison because of it. Like then we have like 3 of us in prison, 2 of us in prison. I can get out. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, it's a good.
But-
I can get out as well, and as much as I would
No.
love your idea of sneaking in as a guard, I'm 5'5". I don't know that the City Watch would necessarily want to hire someone like that to guard the most valuable area in the city. But
I'll continue to say just like pretending that you belong like get you so far. Just like not just looking
yes,
forward
Colin,
and
I'm too
going.
short to be a stormtrooper. Yeah, no, that's fair. Also, though, if anyone recognized me as
Like
you
no
know.
one stops a man on a mission. No, that's even like, dude, sign an autograph. Or someone more than likely.
I guess.
more than
Hey, I guess I
likely-
could.
I mean, more than likely, a guard. If someone's going to recognize you, they're going to recognize me from the notoriety of the arena, and then they're going
yeah.
to be focused on like, oh shit, that's Mikey. He's getting
Also-
arrested. What the fuck? Like,
Also, like, I don't know. I guess who's to say I couldn't pull the old. Yeah, after I got 4th place in the fighting tournament, the city decided they would hire me as a guard because of my unique skill set. So.
exactly. There's not like.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I have a specific set of skills of tracking down.
So
Reddit
let's
monsters.
assume you two are going to go into the prison. Glem and Annihilus, are you? I suppose Glem, Annihilus, and myself. Should we try us 3 to make a smash and grab on the vault? because at this point we need all hands we can possibly have.
So
Oh, I don't think.
Can we switch back to the other map so we can see?
Yes, sorry.
okay.
Also, is
so-
Glenn okay with this proposal?
Yeah. Yeah, Glem's like following along with it.
So are we saying
Okay.
it's in the castle ward or it's in a castle?
It's in the castle, Castle
It's-
Waterdeep.
It's like it's underground on the bottom levels of the castle. We think.
Do you,
Where's
do you
the
see,
prison
do
block.
you see where the castle is?
No.
Is this the castle
Oh,
right here?
that's the
Right here,
castle.
right here, right here. Yes.
I don't see you pinging if you are.
Oh, you don't?
No. Is it? Is
You
it
see my
where I'm
roller?
pinging?
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
Yeah, it's right
this
by
is
the
kinda
arena.
meta,
Okay, no, I
but
can't see
have,
your
proficiency and +5 in stealth. So,
For real?
yeah,
Giant monkey?
not a giant monkey. I'm like
Um,
4 foot tall. What are you doing?
What do you mean by proficiency and +5 in stealth? What does that mean?
I guess a proficiency bonus that gives me +5 in stealth.
Okay. I'm not proficient, but I have a +3, or my stealth is 3, so it's not
Well-
terrible. But
We won't have to be stealthy if we're not sneaking, right? I mean, if we're walking in, then
well, okay. So
more
I
like
think-
of a charisma or like.
I mean, just
something
from
that
from a safety perspective, I think I like. Well, a combination of the ideas, but I like the invisibility idea. If the price is right, I got to talk to Kellen. But I think so. I don't want to speak for like the whole party, but I'm just like brainstorming here. What do we think about
Bananas.
dress up as a guard,
Uh,
convince the other guards that they hired me after the tournament, you know, for whatever reason. I escort Mikey to the prison block. Mikey creates a diversion with a prison riot. I turn invisible, sneak into the vault, grab the artifact, and we bail.
yo, it's a vault. How you gonna sneak into it?
I mean, that's a great question. I
got
don't
a
know.
door on
Glim,
it.
do you have any ideas?
I'm strong.
well,
Just bust it open.
we'll have to find the vault first, right?
Might have to
I mean,
find
yeah,
it
that's
first.
kind of the key. But
I don't think it's gonna be obvious where it is. So
okay, what if I dress up as a guard, tell the captain of the guard at the castle that they hired me after the tournament, and I need a tour of the place.
could be possible. I mean, I don't know if they would give you a tour of the dungeons since.
That's why I'm saying, like, I just go in there pretending that I'm a monkey, which I am, so that's not real. I don't need to make persuasion checks. And then the first
Okay, no,
sign
like-
of trouble, I just book it out.
It's great. Like, yeah, you can cause a distraction, and that's great. That doesn't help us know where the vault is, though.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about getting intel, not necessarily breaking into the vault. Just like to get intel, I do that.
So, okay, so you
my
just want to...
problem with that is that as soon as we raise any alarm that there's attention on the vault, they're going to increase security, and then
Yeah.
it's just going to become even less likely that we can.
We'll be in the
Succeed.
same
Walk
position,
down
but it'll be
there
a lot
like-
harder.
Hey, my name's Mikey. I'm going looking for a vault. Then yeah, but if it's just a random ass monkey, and then like whenever they start,
Okay, no,
like-
you say that, but let's remember the thing that you said 5 minutes ago. You got third place in the fighting tournament, or second place in the
Yeah.
fighting tournament. You are instantly recognizable to anyone in the city.
but also
We
monkey.
become suspect number one.
But also the thing about recognition, like they recognize if I act like
How
a
many
monkey, you
sentient
know, I'm
monkeys
walking
are there,
on all
Mikey?
fours, and whenever they say, "Hey, Mikey," I
That's-
just and
Yeah,
don't
no.
talk to
How
them.
many sentient monkeys are there
It's
walking
not,
around
I'm
that
acting
look
like an actual monkey, not
And
a
then-
that
sentient
look exactly
monkey.
like you? And
I'm just any
that-
random monkey. It's a perfect disguise. It's just like
any
a
random
generic
monkey that's 4.5 feet tall and
Okay, hold on.
looks like you.
I feel like
and-
this is devolved.
Glenn
Okay,
also
as
tips
always.
in. This
You're
isn't the
welcome.
jungles of Chult. There aren't that many.
Okay,
monkeys.
no, stop.
Thank
stop.
you. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So Mikey wants to get to the prison to see what he can do, right?
I just want to see how far I can
Have
get
we
in
have
the
we
castle.
gone away from the prison break idea?
I like the
So I feel
I-
like
Prison
we're
Break
going
idea.
I don't.
backwards.
Yeah, I think Mikey needs to. Why don't we move forward with the 2 separate plans? Send at least Lightfoot in as the stealth. Send Mikey in to Prison Break if you can.
Okay, so Mikey does
Argus
have. Mikey is more like skilled as far as stealth goes than me, but like I don't know. I run fast. I am a
He's
human.
much
and
more
could
conspicuous.
I could
This is
pass
no-
as like fitting it. Wait, what?
This is no longer a question of like who fits what best. We need to do what people want to do. Mikey wants to do the Prison Break thing or something similar, and you want to
What
go in.
fits-
So I think we should just.
What fits our skill set best, not what we want to do.
Why should we do what fits our skill set best? Would you? I mean, who else is going to do the Prison Break? I don't think anybody else's character will do that.
I mean, we just have to divide, make a plan around our strengths. I'm stealthy, and so
You're
But
also
I think
dumb
there's
strong.
There's a 0% chance that we're able to do everything stealthily from start to finish.
Yeah, I
so
know.
I think stealth only helps us for a very short period of time, and I think it's more important that we're able to have a route out of the city, and we're much more likely to get that from the Prison Break than anything else.
I agree.
the sewers are guarded. Why don't we just hire mercenaries to like kind of leave a breadcrumb trail through the sewer, and then we could probably like get in like that.
I mean, we could definitely hire somebody to attack the sewer while we do something else as a distraction.
I mean, but that kind of goes back to the whole like idea of Urgus
Prison
causing
Break.
a ruckus at the dock.
That's true.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought of sending like bomb arrows over the castle, so like that draws the guards, and then like we go.
It's also
from
probably not a good idea to draw the guards to where we're trying to escape from at the conclusion of the heist.
Yeah, that's fair as far as.
Okay,
the
it's pointless to talk about this anymore. I think
Yeah,
we
I-
should send
yeah,
Lightfoot, go try to see if you can get cheap invisibility potions, because that helps no matter what
Yeah.
our plan is.
Yeah, I agree.
Mikey
Yeah, I agree.
should consider what he wants to do, whether or not he would rather get caught as a prisoner or try to sneak in. But we need to do both things at the same time, so that everybody has something to do, and we're not going to
Talk
agree
to
fully.
Julia. Make sure that
Agreed.
if she knows anything about the artifact, if she knows like, or if she could be the one who tells us how
Wait,
to look into it.
oh. Okay, wait, hang on. So Lightfoot
Also, she
will
kinda
go
knows about-
try and get an invisibility potion. I'm writing this down for Jacob. So, Mikey will go discuss the artifact with his sponsor. Urgus will go prepare the ship, I guess.
Yeah, I can prepare the ship, and then we can meet back here in the evening to plan before we proceed with our final heist.
Annihilus, what are you gonna do?
I want to scout out around the like wild area behind the castle. I want to see if there's some way I could like put up like a Hellman's flag or something like that up there that I can shoot like a fire arrow at and set on fire if we need a signal.
Okay.
Okay. So
Um,
we'll go do these things and we'll meet back here tonight.
Can you
Okay,
time your
and
bomb
then-
arrow explosions?
I don't know about. So the thing is, I have bomb arrow explosions, but they're expensive, and I don't have very many. I have 2 bomb arrows left, and then I have my own natural exploding arrows, which is only 2 as well. So
Does that make a noise? Your natural exploding arrows?
it does.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that fits well.
Yeah.
That's
And,
all
yeah.
like a auditory like, oh shit, there's something happening outside. Let's draw some guards out there to like just some sense of confusion.
And Glam looks over at Lightfoot and he's like, "What do you want me to do?"
Stand there and look pretty.
No, don't do that.
Look ugly.
If you could get
Take a seat, I guess.
any intel around the castle
The sewers.
and the sewers,
Get us a sewer map.
if you could any kind of maps that you can get us of the sewers and the castle, any kind of information, which like Annihilus could also help with this maybe, any kind of information you could get on like guard stations and guard patterns would be good. Just anything that would make getting in and out easier if we know it, if you could try and gather that information, that would be excellent.
Will do. And so I guess we won't need anything then for communication, or should we still look for something like that?
Oh, I was gonna ask you.
Yes, if you can. I have an idea for how to like send a signal, but not for how to communicate regularly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, Glum gets to work, and so do y'all start to head out to do your things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll start with Urgus.
Cool.
We don't need to move rooms, do we? Or do y'all want to?
We don't have to.
I
Oh,
don't
wait.
care.
Before we do this, are we gonna want to have some mercenaries?
I think that's the last decision we decide based on if you get the invisibility potions.
Okay.
And if we feel like we can make a prison break work.
Yo, I could
Okay.
also just pay some guards. I have a good chunk of change. Like, I doubt
wait,
they
you
would
could do
say
what?
no to 100 gold.
I do
You
not
could
want
do
to try
what?
to bribe the guards.
Oh,
That
bribe
is
guards.
destined to fail, I feel like.
We're stealing
Cool.
artifacts.
So do we want to split up into separate calls, or are we just doing it right in here? I'm fine if we're just in the same call.
I think it's fine to just do it in here.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll start with Urgus then. So Urgus heads out towards the ship, which is. Let me go to the map. You're down in the southern part. I assume it's somewhere down here in the dock ward, right?
Okay.
Nice. Where's the ship parked?
At the dock.
Yeah. And did you park? I guess it hasn't been driven. Yeah, we'll say it's like right here.
I was being. Yeah, I think we said it was just like out. Hold on a second. Let me scroll down.
Pick a place where you want the ship to be.
I think we said it was like here.
I don't remember.
Somewhere around there.
Anywhere, but okay, that's fine with me.
Well, he showed it to us really quickly when we said, "Do you have any ships?" So I assumed it was one of the close docks.
There's your ship. Yeah, so you head out to the dock ward and you see the ship.
Place where you want the ship to be.
In here, let me. What ship did you end up getting?
Hang on, let me go back.
Walk away. That happens. Hold on.
Yeah, what's it?
Uh,
Oh, and did you get it furnished?
Okay, wait,
Oh,
hang on.
yeah, okay, I got it.
We got.
Somebody's got a pretty bad.
We
echo
got.
going on.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm using push talk. Maybe me.
Ah, okay, cool.
Might be me.
No, it's Drew. It's whenever Drew pushes the push to talk, we all echo. Okay, so we got a long ship with
I have
cannons.
it. I have it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
y'all are on the ship. That's what it is. So yeah, Argus heads
Well,
out to
Urgus is the only one on the ship,
y'all
but yeah.
Nation. To the ship, yeah.
No private
Yeah.
conversations for Mikey.
You see it armed with 6 cannons on the side, huge mast,
Good call.
2
Yes.
crossbows.
This is a considerably bigger ship than Urgus expected.
Yes.
Let's see. Urgus sets off. So are we kind of like on a wharf area with places around? Do I see like taverns and stuff with sailors?
Oh yeah, outside. Yeah, there's definitely a couple taverns out there where like sailors hang around. Seems like.
Have you guys started yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour.
Oh.
Urgus, yo, what's up,
boys?
I read.
Okay, it's okay back here.
Urgus wants to go to the seediest looking tavern.
Okay. Wait,
Um,
what'd you say? The seediest?
Yeah, like the most
Seediest.
rundown.
Oh, okay.
Sketch.
Yes.
Yeah. You see one like on the It's not even kind of on the side. It's almost like an alleyway around the corner that you find like a really just like sketchy one.
Urgus,
And there's sailors outside like fighting, drinking. And it's definitely a lot more rowdy than some of the other ones too.
perfect. Urgus goes in there, pushes the door open, strides in typical Urgus fashion, absolutely no sense of decorum or subtlety about him, and tromps his way up to the front counter and orders a pint of ale, and then slides 2 gold pieces across the counter and says, "And some information, if you'll be having it."
Yeah, and you're speaking to this like big, he's like a half orc bartender, and he takes he slides you a beer and he's like, "And what would that be?"
Urgus holds up one finger as he drains the entire pint of ale in one pull and slams it back onto the counter, lets out a giant belch. Now that that's out of the way, I'm looking for a captain and some crew, but they need to be people who aren't necessarily tied to this city. I'm looking for people who don't have anything left to lose. Do you have any names? Anyone you could point me to?
Quick question. Did I tell you how many crew you need to operate the ship?
Yes,
It's like 40.
20? Okay. That's a big number.
It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be optimally maintained.
Why did we get
Urgus
such
just
a
wants
big
to be able
ship?
to get it. Just wants to be able to get this thing
So-
moving.
yeah.
We don't need to man
Yeah,
the
the dock
cannons.
the dock master told us a minimum crew of 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it could probably be manned at 20, but you can probably man it at 10 also with half speed, and everything will take longer.
Nope. I will be trying to find 20 poor
20,
souls if
okay.
possible.
What if we got 15?
So yeah, he ponders. I mean, perhaps. What kind of trip are you talking about?
In our favorite rocket ship.
Or-
Well, we may or may not be looking to set off west. They don't necessarily need to travel too far, but perhaps someone who would like to start a new life. The most important part is not necessarily that we have experienced crew hands, but I do need an experienced captain.
I could find you some people for the right price.
And that would be. Urgus says, I happen to be a man of some prestige around these parts.
I've seen you before. I recognize you. Everyone here recognizes you, and you do notice that you're kind of getting some like eyes from around the room.
Urgus straightens up a little bit taller, makes himself maybe 4'5", and he says, I imagine you do.
It's like, how long will the trip be? Days, weeks, months?
It'll be
Again.
years.
Let me just say, the trip itself is not necessarily what they should be concerned with. Coming back to Waterdeep, I would perhaps be a little bit more concerned with that. I'm looking for people who are willing to start a new life elsewhere.
That'd be a hefty
shoulda-
price.
You should have said, yeah, there will be some days and weeks, yeah.
It cost a couple thousand gold at least.
Holy frick.
Urgus says, that seems a bit stout.
Well,
Surely,
unknown destination time, giving up your life, and you have to hire 20 of these people.
Urgus says, surely you know at least some destitute people who are looking for a chance to prove themselves. This is not merely a trip. This is an opportunity.
Make a persuasion check.
Oops, that's performance. Okay. That's persuasion.
Oh,
Tragic.
Nice,
The
you good roll.
The misclick.
Yeah, no, he shakes his head. He's like, a couple thousand at least, 2,000 gold, and I can make it happen.
Urgus says.
But we'll see how many I can get. I can't promise 20 exactly.
Urgus says, "Well, then I can't promise 2,000 up front. I could pay you 1,000, but the rest is contingent on the quality of the dross that you give me. If they're not up to my standards, then
1,500.
No.
Pay me 1,500 now,
No.
and then you can determine the quality of them with the last.
Mikey,
500.
you're not there.
He doesn't even know.
and if I'm
how
not
many.
satisfied,
You'll be satisfied.
Urgus says, and what's to keep you from taking my 1,500 gold coins and setting out for a new life of your own?"
Sailor's word.
Urgus looks around at the crowd, because I imagine at this point, Urgus is not exactly a subtle man.
No,
And
yeah.
Probably all eyes in this tavern, and even some of the people fighting from outside have gathered in to come witness the spectacle of a dwarf arguing with an orc. And he gestures around and says, "Well, what about it? Can you back his word? And moreover, are any of you interested in joining?"
Yeah. When you say, "Can you back his word?" and you see some like nods from the crowd, but after you ask if anyone's risk of joining, no one really looks that way. They're kind of like. It seems like they enjoy the sailor life at Waterdeep.
Urgus says, "Well, I can respect a man of his word, and I will do so in kind." And he motions the orc to the back room,
Yeah, he kind of follows.
and then turns around and, well, Urgus says, "Do you have a back exit, perhaps? I don't think it'd be perhaps too good of an idea if I walk out of the front after I boast about having 1,500 gold at the least."
He like nods his head like this way. He like, shows you out through the kitchens and like this back door.
Cool. Urgus will make his way back to the appointed meeting.
Okay. Who wants to go next? No one.
I'll go next.
I can go. I don't care.
I was gonna see you respond first. We can have Lightfoot go.
That should be pretty quick.
Okay.
Did I
So you-
never get the name of the man I just paid 1,500 gold, by the way? Pretty sure I didn't, but that's okay.
No, you didn't. But
CD barkeep number 5.
maybe it's better that way. Who knows?
Who knows? I'm ready to come back and there's going to be no one there.
It's the easiest scam. He worked with the government actually, so.
Uh,
Here, let me pull up some stuff. So, Lightfoot heads out towards
Kellen's Remedies.
Helen's Remedies. He heads towards his sponsor, his previous sponsor. You know, when you arrive at the familiar shop, you see Kellen, the gnome, sitting in there.
Yep.